Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up, bye. And I was doing karate, right? In the Menudo style, in the direct fashion, man, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content I am kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel. It's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled. And I'm very much appreciative. So gracias. So, I've done a few videos on the Aurora Venezuelan conflict, whatever it was. And I've had a lot of good feedback. I've had some people, man, with some derogatory things to say. And some people that I think are just a little bit confused. So this video is about me unconfusing them. Because they seem confuzzled, right? And I want to unconfuse them onto where my stance is and what I think the American people's stance should be when it comes to situations like this. Illegal immigration, immigrants, gang members, things of that nature, right? So the video I did yesterday was about so-called gang members pulling up and trying to eradicate these Venezuelans in this apartment complex in Aurora. Now, there's two sides to every coin, right? Side A, heads, says the shit never happened. That people are making it into something way worse than it is. Side B, tails, says we need to stop this before it does plant roots and get to be something, right? Whichever side of the fence you're on, whatever you choose to believe as an American, you're absolutely right. This country is ours, and it is our right to defend this country. Am I right? I think it's absolutely our right to defend this country. But there's ways to go about doing that doesn't cause more conflict and more bullshit for innocent people in the community and bystanders. See, what happens if these gang members pull up to Aurora talking all that high-powered shit like the guy did yesterday in yesterday's video? He said, "Oh, you guys ready to ride? I got a megaphone." Well, I've never been anywhere besides the WWF with Jimmy Hart where that megaphone is going to do any type of damage, right? Other than yelling and screaming and fucking basically getting on people's nerves. If you want to defend your country, you have rights in different ways to do it. Okay, but the way I looked at it, my stance was I didn't see other gang members going over there. "Oh, we'll handle business. Did you hear about any business getting handled? All that's going to do is what they want it to do. Stir up more conflict, more controversy. It starts to look more like civil unrest. We do have the rights, and I believe everyone should have the right to defend their home, their property, their country. Absolutely. And whatever side of the fence you fall on with this illegal immigration stuff, yes, people that are coming in illegally do pose a threat to our safety, our security, our well-being, our jobs, our infrastructure, our economy, all that. Yes, I understand that. But at the same time, as a human being, you got to have a heart. You got to understand that some of these countries, these people are trying to escape is very, very bad. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's not our fault. That's their government's fault. That's their fault. But really, it isn't. Just like it isn't your kid's fault being born into a household where the dad's a dope fiend or the mom's a tirada, a hoe. In English, right? Then there are other kids that are born into families where they got hardworking parents, or maybe they got successful, wealthy parents. And a lot of people like to, they're privileged. They're not privileged. It's not their fault they were born into that. That's all they know. Just like a kid that's born into a family of generational gang members, that's all they know. They're gonna be and do what they see. They're a product of their environment. So my whole thing was, yes, I'm for the defense of our country against illegal immigration. I don't pick and choose. I'm not on the Venezuelan side because they're brown. I just definitely see a situation that could get dirty and more tricky based off the pigmentation of that skin and can start to affect people that aren't illegal, Chicanos, Mexican Americans, Hondurans, Guatemalans, people that are actually working hard and doing what they're supposed to do, tax-paying citizens, voters, and they can be targeted because they look similar to a Venezuelan, whether it be skin color or they speak Spanish, and albeit it's a different dialect, still, there's hate groups in America, okay? There's people that will target you for any other thing, for any reason. And this right here is giving them a reason to target people. It happened with the Asians. It happened with the Arabs, Middle Eastern people. It happened with Somalians. It happens all the time. These guys get all pumped up from what they see on the media or social media, and all of a sudden they put their cape on and it's time to ride. Now, what I seen yesterday was a few ragtag gang members pulling up talking about, we're going to defend our country. Motherfucker, you guys are the ones tearing up the country. Stop it. If you don't stop it, this is the problem here. And I think a lot of you will agree. We don't need outlaws and misfits and gang members and gangsters to defend our country. We need good, hardworking people to stand up, come together, unite, and say enough is enough. We need voters to actually vote in the right administration or the right people that are going to put a stop to these fucking people that are coming in masses, being allowed sanctuary cities and all that. We need to understand that as American people, we should be first in our own country rather than second-class citizens and being denied things that other people are being afforded, right? Now, my whole thing with this Venezuelan thing is, yes, we know there's Venezuelan gangs. That's pretty much been established. I think there's gangs in every country in the world. And yes, we know that the United States probably has more gangs and gang members than any other place in the world. That's a fact. Look it up. Do your homework, right? But here's one thing I'll say for sure. It just seems ridiculous and total opposite of the way the world is to have a whole bunch of gang members. All of a sudden, they're the heroes. All of a sudden, they're the ones that are going to pull up and go handle business. I didn't see no business really getting handled. I seen a bunch of people wanting to get on camera and exploit the situation for what they think it is. Screaming out of a megaphone, waking people up, disrupting the continuity of what's going on that day is not helping a situation. It's only furthering the escalation of turmoil. That's the truth. As far as this Venezuelans, there's people on both sides of the fence, people that have told me, no, it really is. They are really getting deep. Of course they're getting deep because they're being allowed to come into the country. And of course it might look that way. And yes, they do, like I said, pose a threat to the economy. They have to work. There has to be jobs. But let's be real here. See, my channel is uncut. No added preservatives. So I keep it real. The jobs that these people get are not the jobs that you want. You better stop it. There's a lot of work in the fields, man, in California, and I don't never see anybody out there other than the paisas getting their groove on. Maybe a couple Chicanos here and there, some Filipinos. Shout out to the Pinoys. They definitely put in the work. The Asians be out there in the fields in a real way too, right? But besides those two ethnicities and nationalities, I don't really see too many people trying to do all that. That's back-breaking labor. When you pull up to McDonald's, who's there cooking in the back? Come on now, you guys already know. Denny's, McDonald's, all these jobs that we've been taught that, you're not going to see a homeboy. I don't give a fuck if the motherfucker got a job at Mickey D's flipping burgers. He ain't going to tell you that. Where you work at, bro? Oh, I work at the car detailing shop. Charlie, bro, the paisas do that. I'm a landscaper. Not, they do that too. I'm a painter. They got that sold up. I'm a carpenter. Shh, be nice. My dog wants to bark like he's a pit bull and shit. He's a pug. He better, if he don't stop it, right? He thinks he's going to Aurora to go handle business. Come here. This guy right here. This motherfucker would do more damage in Aurora than that dude with the megaphone yesterday. And that's the truth. Go over there. So here's my thing. These people are taking jobs that not a lot of Americans want. The throwaway jobs. But they're actually the jobs that keep this shit rolling. If them fields were shut down, motherfuckers ain't gonna have no lettuce on their bologna sandwich. Subway ain't gonna be fresh anymore. You're not gonna eat fresh, you're gonna eat 2 days ago. And that's just what it is. So everyone plays an intricate part into society. And my whole thing yesterday with my video was, and that's why I'm making this follow-up video, was I hate for people to get my words misconstrued and think that I'm just trying to protect the Venezuelans because they're brown and other illegals. And no, I'm with you. I believe people should do it the right way. I'm not with illegal activities. Believe me, I once was. And these would be the last things I would be focused on. I was with some different. I was like, hey, I was trying to show them how to do it nice. Stop biting my stuff. This damn puppy, right? Now, I will tell you guys this. Gang members going over there, come on now. Stop it. That's ridiculous. When did we, as Americans, depend on gang members, Hell's Angels, any different type of group or organization to save us? When did we say, after paying taxes and law enforcement, all this money, isn't it their job to protect the fabric of the United States? Since when did they stand down and let gang members do that? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, every American, whether you're a gang member, gangster, whatever, you have the right to defend your barrio, your home, America, period. I agree. They do. If Vatos want to fucking defend it against, an invasion or a takeover, absolutely. If they don't do it, who else will, right? Obviously, we're seeing not a lot of people are stepping up to the plate. But at the same time, this ain't that. This is not an invasion or a takeover. These people are not invading. See, to invade somewhere is to come unannounced or to just fucking go set up shop. Kind of like the Southsiders did in Northern California. They just invaded that shit. They just set up shop. According to some people. The real history is they were always there. But this is what an invasion looks like. An invasion into the homeland of some, another people, another country. This is not an invasion. They're being allowed in. Come on in. The water's fine. Okay? And then they're putting them in these communities, and people that are not aware, that don't watch news, are not up on politics, or don't really live that type of lifestyle, are seeing people and they're like, oh, wow, I'm seeing a lot more brown faces, or I'm seeing a lot more black faces, or I'm seeing a lot more white faces in my community. Something's wrong. Something ain't cool. Stop, dog. Hey, shh. You're not a pit bull. You're not a pit. Be good. The Men in Black dog, the ugly version, right? He's over there chasing his ass now. This is the situation that we're in, as people are not educating themselves to understand what is going on. It may look like an invasion. They may give it that word in the news media, but ain't no Venezuelans invading our country and taking over. Now, I seen a thing on Chicago yesterday and a video, man, that I kind of wanted to talk about. I seen a brother. He was sitting in the car. Crazy amount of views on this video, so I must have hit an algorithm or I don't know. But he was talking about how all the brothers need to get together because they got a new op. They got a new op that's trying to take over what they got going on. First of all, who is proud to be a gang member? What do you got going on? By the looks of that fucking seatbelt, you needed to go get detailed and washed by the raza, right? You didn't have shit going on. Basically, he's saying all the black gangs got to get together, man, because the Venezuelans are trying to come over and take over our gang territory. What world do we live in that you're proud of that? You're not proud to go to work to take care of your family. You're not proud of buying a home and a brand new car. You need a car like a motherfucker, right? You're not proud of that. But, oh man, first and foremost, we need to hold it down, and all the brothers need to come together to stop these essays from coming. Essays? These ain't essays. They ain't Mexican essays, right? This is the type of fear-mongering that I am talking about, that we don't need. It doesn't mean people are going to just go out and start beating up Mexicans and any brown people. It doesn't mean that. But there are stupid individuals that are uneducated. I hate to use the word stupid, but it fits in that right there. But uneducated people, ignorant people that will, fearmongers that will fucking raise the temperature and the blood pressure of a lot of people and have people doing stupid things without educating themselves. Civil unrest. We know this country's divided. It doesn't take fucking, even fucking, I was about to say fucking Stevie Wonder could see that, but from what I hear, he might could see anyways. Ray Charles could see that shit, right? The world is divided, and whatever side of the fence you rock on, man, you have to come to middle ground and understand that, yes, illegal immigration and people coming in by droves, yes, is unhealthy for the area. It is not a good thing. Get away, dog. You're eating my light system now. I don't agree with that. Excuse me, man. This damn dog is driving me nuts. But what I will say is this. it doesn't mean that we have the right to go pick on people or assume anything. Okay? For those of you that are your only education comes from big time media, these big time media corporations and news channels, you're very uneducated right there to even think that everything they tell you is truth. See, they guide you where they want you to go. They're never going to tell you full truth. They give you just that much. They leave you with a cliffhanger. It's big business. It's meant to scare you into what they need you to do. As an American, as someone who cares about their family and their community, you need to educate yourself. You need to do that. And that's just what it is. For that guy that was saying that brother, man, you know, he has the right concept as far as people need to come together, but he wasn't focused on the brown or the white or none of that. He was more focused on the black gangs need to get together and hold it down because we got a new op, right? What? Who says that's your op? Who says them people are even tripping on you? You know, all this bullshit. Oh, they went to O Block in Chicago and shot it up. The Venezuelans. If you guys don't quit bullshitting people and stop it already, they are not pulling up to a theater near you, shutting the shop down. You'll still get to watch your Deadpool movie. You know, it ain't that serious. Now, I understand the people from Aurora and these different communities do have voices. And some of them are saying, hey, man, it's getting tricky. But you got to understand there's a lot of Karens in this world. Tricky to them is not what really tricky is when you grow up with nothing, right? Tricky to them is I had to stand in line at Starbucks for another 10 minutes because damn Venezuelans were in line. Sorry about your luck, bitch. Wake up earlier. That's my thing. Get off your lazy ass and go get your coffee before 11:30. I'm just saying, man, that's the type of bullshit that people say. And then the next person will spin their narrative. Next thing you know, they're going to be like, did you hear about the Venezuelans? They went in there and they kicked the fucking door down to Starbucks and robbed it. When really it was just a couple fucking dudes on their lunch break in line trying to get them a little cafe. That's it. That's what happens. That's how these stories change. That's what goes on in this world. I'm just saying, man. Do we have a right, though, to defend our country? Absolutely. Do those gang members have a right to defend their country? Absolutely. But before they can go out there and say, hey, get the fuck out of our country, motherfucker, what about you? Stop spray painting. Stop mugging and robbing people. Stop doing drive-bys. Stop doing all the bullshit on your own people, and you're worried about what some illegal immigrants are doing. Motherfucker, if you're a real one, stop recruiting them for your gangs and stop being mad because they're trying to fucking start their own little thing up. That's what it's all about. Just like that brother said, oh man, we got a new WAP. They're trying to start something up new, trying to take us out. Bro, if you don't stop watching TikTok and dancing and shit, I don't know what to tell you. At the end of the day, it's like this. We all, as Americans, have the right to defend our country just like any other country has a right to defend theirs. And yes, we do have an immigration problem in this country, but that's for the people you voted for that allowed these people to come in. Don't cry now. Smile now, cry later. The same thing that make you laugh will make you cry, right? As far as, are they putting the fucking tapatio on this and saying it's worse than it is? Absolutely. It's going to get worse if we don't do something about it, not violently. Yes, there's going to be muggings and robberies and things. It happens every day in our country. It's not the Venezuelans are the only ones doing it. Okay? It's the people that look just like you in your same community are the ones doing it to you. That's a fact. So before we feed into that propaganda and the bullshit, man, educate yourself and understand that if we want illegal immigration to stop, and it'll never stop permanently, you know. Build the wall, they say. Build the wall. That they're just going to go under. And who do you think's going to build that motherfucking wall? Believe it or not, the Venezuelans and the paisas and the brothers and the white. Look, I'm telling you right now, man. If you guys want to implement change, it's not go out there with a megaphone, go out there with guns, go out there with knives. I know fight fire with fire, people are saying. But them same people that are saying that are laying their lazy ass on a couch doing it from behind a fucking computer. Mom, are we all out of fucking Cracker Jacks? Mom, right? Those are those ones. You know, the ones that'll fucking watch YouTube and throw some fucking weird comments out and then watch fucking Harry Potter all day long. Those are the ones. No, as gente, as people, brown, black, white, doesn't matter what you are, Uso, Asian. We need to come together and have our voices heard and felt, not physical. We don't need to go beat people up or run them up out the country because they're just going to allow more in. We need to take it to the Senate and Congress and voice our opinion and say, hey, enough is enough. You know, shit, do something about it or your ass ain't going to get voted for. You start saying that, woo, doggy, they're going to change the whole game. With that being said, man, I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people went in on me yesterday, you know. Hey, gun, what do you mean, man? So it's just cool for the illegals to post up? Nah, hell no, it ain't. Hell no, it ain't. But I come from a family of illegal immigration. See, I have a lot of uncles, tias, tíos, man, that came from Mexico illegally, but made a great life, a great foundation. So I can sit here and say, and I can't be an asshole and say, oh, people need to do it the right way. They need to do it because they did it, and they made a great life for themselves and their children. You know, so I believe there are people illegally that come over because they're trying to get away from bullshit. But at the same time, man, the people that seem to be coming over lately have caused a lot of chaos. But as far as these gang members saying, oh, we're going to go handle business, you get the fuck over there. You ain't going to do shit, bro. That motherfucker went over there with a whole bunch of tattoos and a megaphone. Talking about, let's put in work. Man, if one of them Venezuelans don't fucking hit you in the head with that megaphone and then go pawn it, you better watch out. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. And that's the betterment of all people, illegally and legal. Come on now, man. Stop talking about, oh, we're going to go clear. These dudes pose a threat. They pose a threat. Nah. You know what poses a threat? Crest to them fucked up ass teeth. Do what you got to do. Bang, bang.